instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, really rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jury the code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just show my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jury the code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
Oh, how to get back up.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
We go! 50, plant. That's it. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to you. We triple.
On first down. It's Waters. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready, set.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Yep. Hey, go on.
They'll try the left side. Waters. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Check cross. Go.
56, the muck boy, 56. Check 56. Silver.
Snap.
Operating from the gun. Watt. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down,
Check 15. Check. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
I'm going protein spell. 5. Look at me. Zipper. Mike's 50. 2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watt, he finds Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Let's go.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Hey, Mike, 7.
From the gun, Watt. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
What? Lady. 51. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defense.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 85 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's it, baby. We got to play.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
To throw on 2nd down. Watt. Robinson's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? Go. What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Waters. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Bravo! Check Mike 50. Mike is hey. 50. Hey, keep it up. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watt trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Washington Redskins.
And watch the line. Kill.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. Johnson's got it complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now after the run by Geis, here's first and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Third and 2, now Wilson. Got an open man, it's Harmon. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check 99. Check 99. Catch it.
Got it. Alert.
From the 38, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Got it. 95.
Brought down back over 43.
On third down, Wilson steps away to his left. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Flanagan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Yes, yes.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go. Right.
Looking to throw. Watt, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Joejuan Williams. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action. Now Wilson. He finds his man Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Check back. First and 10.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Right.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a run with Geis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right. Lady.
Mike's 40. Hey, pick your game up.
Touch 50.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You got it. You got it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 39. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Check me out. Hey, Mike 50.
Yep.
Mike 50. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike 50. Mike.
2nd and 9 now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Got it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll run with Geis. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd and short.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
Topper! Get ready!
Back to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Shotgun handoff down to Geis. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll keep it on the ground. Waters. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Break. 56. Check 56. Your track.
Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Zipper.
It's going to be a long day.
To throw on third down. Watt. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. He gets this one to Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Reeves-Maybin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now a give right side. It's Waters. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, Zoo. Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
36. Back.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watt. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30, the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Allen Robinson, 82 yards. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken at his 4. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
All go special. All go special. Kill, kill, kill. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Try.
On first down, Wilson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To throw again is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Tight right, tight right. Stand up in. Let's go. Hey, Mike Ford.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deontay Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Hey, here we go. Watch the safety creep.
On first down, Waters. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He finds Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike's 50.
You must be there.
On third down, Watt. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Let's get off the...
Hey, Echo. Ready?
On fourth down, Watt. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a play fake here on first down. And now here is another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Shift.
Again they run. Again it's Geis. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
190.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On first down, here's Love. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Yeah. Double time. We got
Geis, they'll try to run it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Geis alone in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Wilson on the keeper. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Okay, double up.
And they will take a knee here.
Wilson on the keeper.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
A 28-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.